Hello, everyone. So, I have a question, and let's be honest. Have you ever been preparing for an exam and then when it came time for you to show what you know, you found yourself forgetting, maybe having some sort of emotional distress or a mental block? Were you frustrated with your testing performance as a result? Well, I'm here to tell you that you may have been suffering from testing anxiety. According to Goonan on overcoming your testing anxiety, students experience test anxiety as difficulty thinking clearly, and in some cases, not being able to think at all. He termed the phrase mental blanking, and that mental blanking is usually lifted once the exam is over. So, as someone who has experienced that mental blanking, a desire to find relief became my goal and became my focus. If you're like me, someone that has experienced testing anxiety, did you do the same? Have you sought ways to overcome it? I understand that seeking relief can sometimes be overwhelming and prove challenging in finding the right steps. But I'm here to tell you that overcoming your testing anxiety is my goal for you. As we know, tests and exams are unavoidable. Tests are set in place to measure what you have learned and produce results of that knowledge. My goal is for you to understand why overcoming testing anxiety is important, how I came to learn how to overcome my anxiety, and to show you how I did it. So, why is overcoming testing anxiety important? Testing is a part of our everyday lives. As you know, we have entrance exams that we typically take that are encouraged. So, it's like SAT or ACT. So I wanted to get a little more information on it. So according to Phelps on defending standardized testing, he found that standardized tests do just that. They provide many purposes. And in those purposes, they help to make decisions that will dictate whether you get into a school or a job promotion or not. So it has become a kind of rite of passage. So by performing well on the test, if you don't perform well on the test, you won't get the necessary promotion or the school you want to get into. It also provides one's knowledge of the material. According to Phelps, again, on standardized tests, 48 out of 50 states have established high-stake testing programs. He termed them high-stake testing programs. And they're used, again, to determine whether you're going to get into school or whether you're going to get that job placement or not. So although I know that it's not fair, test performance has a ripple effect on our lives. Poor test taking can lead to failed opportunities in our lifetime. So it is important, if you're struggling with test anxiety, to seek improvement. In my next point, I can show you how I learned how to overcome my test anxiety. Trial and error and research. I did simple trial and error, looking at various techniques, breathing techniques, studying techniques, and I understood that many techniques may work and some don't work at all. So trial and error. Also, I did research. I looked online. I looked at various self-help books to really understand what would work best for me. So as I overcame my anxiety through trial and error and research, I understood that many people suffered from testing anxiety. I began not to feel so trapped and so helpless. So now I wanted to apply the skills. So how did I do it? I did it through test prep and through confidence. Test prep. According to student study guidelines and on the strategies webpage, I followed their guidelines on proper test prep. By learning the material thoroughly and organizing the material, I was able to organize things in my head. I also had to develop confidence. And so by having that checklist, I was able to block out everything else and look at the test as a reward, getting a good grade as a reward. In conclusion, by illustrating why I overcame testing anxiety and why overcoming testing anxiety is important, how I came to learn this skill, and by showing how I learned this skill, it is my hope that your anxiety will be alleviated and you will conquer this fear. If you trust yourself, trust the process, I can personally guarantee success. Thank you.